What's going on? I was able to say it before. Okay. Now, can you see the
Not yet.
slides now?
Not yet. Try to share your screen.
We
No, ma.
Yeah.
we couldn't see it now.
What's going on? I think when I was in at first, it was the slide was okay. I'm not allowed to share my screen, Debbie.
Okay.
You have to
Hold on.
give
Let
me
me make
access.
it.
Yeah, I think that's the
Hold on.
reason
Hold
why
on,
it's not.
please. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
All right, that's fine.
Hold on. Let's hold on.
Okay, that's fine. Please permit me to speak. I'm trying to manage my time, which is
I
one of the
know.
things that we have to do to balance our mental well-being. As a mother, a wife, a career lady is not very easy for me. So I apologize if you see me having um my tea here, zipping it and all that. I'm so sorry. We just have to do this. Can I share it now?
Hold on, please.
All right, that's fine. I'm waiting.
Just
Oh,
a minute.
thank you. Really, thank you very much. I'm sure you understand, especially when you are in this part of the country.
Now you can share your
And I
screen now.
appreciate you. All right. Thank you very much, Debbie. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. I'm sure you can see my slide now.
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes, ma.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm so happy as the founder of Stop Mental Illness Foundation. It is both an honor and a responsibility. Yes, it is a responsibility to address the significance of mental health and advocate for its understanding and importance in our life. Do we agree with me that understanding mental health is of paramount importance for several reasons? And I'll be sharing some of the reasons with you. Number one is for personal well-being. Remember when I came in, the first thing I asked is, how is your well-being? How is individuals' well-being? Because mental health directly impacts our overall well-being and quality of life. By understanding mental health, we gain insight into our own emotions, our thoughts, and our behaviors. And then these understanding allow us to recognize and address mental health challenges, leading to improved self-care, resilience, and overall well-being. So, and the second one is early intervention and prevention. Knowledge of mental health enables early identification of potential issues, even when our loved ones are dealing with mental illness. If we have deep or adequate understanding, we'll be able to recognize the sign. And then when we understand the signs and symptoms of mental health conditions, sorry, can you hear me? So
Yes,
when
ma,
we
we can hear
understand,
you, ma.
oh, thank you very much. So early intervention can make us to understand, to recover very quickly. So I can say that early intervention is vital to prevent the escalation of mental health concerns and promote timely treatment and then recovery. And then the third reason why we should understand mental health is to reduce the stigma. Because if we look at our community, Nigerian community, you can see that lack of understanding about mental health leads to the stigmatization and discrimination. But by educating ourselves and others, these fosters a more inclusive and supportive society where individuals feel comfortable seeking help and sharing their experiences. It's also help us to, if we have understanding of mental health, it helps us to develop empathy and compassion towards those experiencing mental health challenges in our environment around us. It could be family, it could be friends, and it could be any of our children at all, because it's very, very common among children. The prevalence is common among children of this generation, according to research. And it also allows us to feel mental health conditions through a lens of understanding rather than judgments, which is very common in our, you will agree with me, I'm sorry, I'm just being subjective, but I know that the community where I grew up in Nigeria, we judge people a lot, we don't really understand. And then I might be subjective, I'm not saying you should agree with me, but by fostering empathy, we can create an environment where individuals feel supported. And then it also enhances our relationship, because mental health affects our relationship with families, with friends and colleagues. But by understanding mental health, we can better communicate and, support those around us who may be struggling. Uh, it enables us to create a safe and supportive space where open conversation about mental health can take place, strengthening our relationship and fostering
Hello, ma'am.
a sense of connection. Hello?
Yeah, your slide, your screen has something hovering over it, so it's not sharp. It's as if you have not clicked on it. So people are saying that the slider has a blinder over it, so it's not showing. Yeah,
I
and
think
now it's clearer.
because of the yeah, this is very up now. Okay, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate.
Yes.
Uh,
Akintunde, can you hear now?
can you hear
Okay,
me
I
now?
can't hear anything.
Yes, it's clear now.
Can you hear?
Okay.
The slide is okay now.
All right. Yeah, I think it's because I do not have so many contents on these. So I only have the picture. So the picture is expanded and it may not be really clear. That's the reason. It's just the cover. Yeah. So for promoting mental health, understanding mental health is also very important, because it promotes productivity and success in everything we do. As I said earlier, that mental health play a significant role in our productivity and success. So both personally and professionally, we need to be mentally stable. But when we understand mental health, we can implement strategies to manage stress when we are dealing with stress. It can enhance our focus, understanding yourself. It will enhance your focus and it will help you to manage yourself well. Remember when I started my presentation, I talked about my managing, the way I manage my time as a mother and then a wife and also a career lady. But then having a good mental health and having understanding of what mental health is help us to maintain a healthy work-life balance. These in turn leads to improved performance, creativity, and overall success in various areas of our lives. So, and also in the public health, if we have understanding of mental health and how crucial it is for our public health initiative, it will allow the policymakers, healthcare professionals, and communities to develop effective strategies and policies and services to address mental health concerns. So by prioritizing mental health, we can reduce the burden of mental illness on individuals, the families, and the entire society. So we'll be having an interactive section. But before we proceed, of course, I'm sure you will want to know a little bit about our foundation. And as you can see, the slide right in front of you is introducing Stop Mental Illness Foundation, what we do, who we are, and then how you can be a part of us to make this dream a reality for every one of us. So our foundation, Stop Mental Illness, we provide education, awareness, and interventions for individuals living with mental health conditions in Nigeria and abroad. As I said earlier, mental health is an issue that affects billions of people worldwide. And trust me, Nigeria is no exception at all. Unfortunately, the stigma surrounding mental health often prevent individuals from seeking the help they need and at the time they need it. and this leads to prolonged suffering and limited access to vital resources. And this is where Stop Mental Illness Foundation, popularly known as SNIF, steps in. So our foundation has a twofold mission to educate and raise awareness about mental health by taking away the stigma that is associated with it and to provide interventions and support for those living with mental health conditions. And then through our various initiatives, we strive to create a society that not only understand mental health, but also embracing and support individuals on their journey towards mental well-being. So the education aspect of it is the core of our efforts, which is one of the reasons why you are here this morning, because we believe that knowledge is power. And I'm sure you will agree with me that knowledge is power. And by providing comprehensive mental health education, we empower individuals to recognize the signs and symptoms of mental health conditions. Our educational programs are designed to break down the barriers of stigma and also provide accurate information about mental health, fostering a more compassionate and understanding society. And I'm sure at the end of this lecture, by the time you will go back to the society, you will be more compassionate, and then you will foster a society, that is less judgmental of people living with mental illness. So awareness is another vital aspect of our foundation's work through our campaign, events, and collaboration, of which I'm very certain that you must have seen some of our, some of our posts on social media. We aim to shine lights, to shine a spotlight on mental health issues, encouraging open conversation, challenging societal misconception, because by raising awareness, we hope to, to create an environment where individuals feel safe and supported to seek help, knowing that they are not alone in the struggles. So our interventions and support services they are so integral to all our foundation's mission. As you can see, the objectives, the vision, and the missions. We strive with the objective, we strive to bridge the gap in mental health care by providing accessible resources, counseling services, referrals to professionals who can offer appropriate treatment and support. So our intervention are tailored to the unique needs of each individual, ensuring that they receive the care they deserve. So while our immediate focus is in Nigeria, we recognize that mental health knows no boundaries. So our foundation extends its reach to those living abroad, Africans living abroad, ensuring that individuals of Nigerian, the center receive the support they need, no matter where they reside. So the Stop Mental Illness Foundation is committed to making a lasting impact on the life of those affected by mental health conditions through our education, awareness, the interventions. We strive and we are striving. We hope you will join us in this journey to create a society where mental health is well prioritized, stigma is eradicated, and individual receive the support they need to lead fulfilling lives, which is why we are all here today. So now let's go to the business of today. And I'm going to be moving to the next slide. I'm sure you can see the screen. The third slide is an overview of the lecture. I'll introduce mental health, and then at the end of each topic, I'm going to be presenting to the audience some questions. And please, feel free and let's do this together. And we'll talk about the importance of mental health. We'll also talk about a key concept about mental health. the terminology about mental health. I'm sure with this terminology, a lot of people will learn the reason why they should stop calling people Sean Sherini, because I've heard that severally from many people. She or Yahweh. How would I put you understand those kind of things that we always we the way we address people with mental illness. So if we become so conversant with these, then we will be able to stop, using those phrases. Then we get to know about about mental health also. So let's begin. I'm sure everyone is here to participate. Let me go back to the meeting. And then, sorry, I don't know if you can still see the slide. I just want to see everybody's faces. Can I see your faces? Is it okay? And if I can't see your faces, I'm sure you all have your, I can see the names. So if you want to participate at the end of each of the subheading, because we have subheading, so there will be another slide that will follow immediately. And the other slide will bring the questions. So now let's go to definition of mental health. As you can see, if anyone should ask you that, what is mental health? What would you say? So first, I will just give a brief explanation, then we'll go to the questions. So I'll say mental health encompasses our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. I'm sure you all have your handouts. Oh, please, I want to hear people's voices. I don't want to be alone here. Do you have your handouts, everyone?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we have
All
our
right, thank you very much, Stas. All right, that's cool. I love that. I love that spirit. This is my own handout. I'm sure you can see. This is my handout here. So I'm sure we all have our handouts. So I'll go back to the slide now. So mental health affects how we think, feel, and act, shaping our ability to handle stress, make choices, and form relationships in our community. So mental health is an integral part of our overall well-being, just as important as our physical health is, because I know majority of us, we take our physical health very important. In fact, a lot of us, we have we have all these medical machineries. We have a lot of devices at home that we use to test ourselves. I do have as well. But what about our mental health? Because we do not understand the significance of mental health. And to be honest with you, my lovely people, the significance of mental health cannot be overstated. It's because it's even impacts the physical well-being as well. It impacts every aspect of our life, from personal relationship to our professional success. So when we prioritize our mental health, we unlock our potential for happiness, productivity, and fulfillment. Conversely, neglecting mental health can lead to devastating consequences, affecting not just individuals, but the entire community. Trust me, if you have seen anyone living with mental health issues and is not well taken care of, I'm sure starting from the family to the community, everyone will be affected. So mental health challenges can affect anyone, regardless of your age, your gender, your social status. It doesn't matter. There was a time I heard that our former president, Buhari, had to deal with post-traumatic stress disorder. Imagine, does that mean that despite the fact that he was the president, he had money to do everything, but he still had to deal with mental illness? Because mental health issues does not discriminate. Yet, regrettably, there remains significant stigma surrounding mental health. I'm sure you will have that. If mental health is so important, so why is there stigma? Why are people stigmatized then? And then, unfortunately, this stigma often, prevents individuals from seeking help, leading to prolonged suffering and a worsening of their conditions. So it is essential that we break this stigma and create a safe and supportive environment for those living with mental health conditions. I'm sure we're still going to talk in detail about the the stigma and how we can take it away, but I'm just, giving an highlight of the lecture. So by raising awareness and promoting understanding, we can foster a society that values mental health as much as physical health. We must encourage open conversation, provide accessible resources. That is where advocacy comes in, and we're still going to go through that as well. And we must advocate for mental health services that are readily available to everyone. So, and the only way we can have this is through education and empathy, that we can create an environment where individuals can feel safe to seek help and receive the support they truly need. So we must also recognize that mental health is not just an individual concern, but a societal problem. Because if it affects your family, it affects your workplace, the community at large, everyone, do you not think that is something that concerns each and every one of us? So, and by creating, by prioritizing mental health, we can create a healthier, more compassionate community, so that thrive together. So I'm going to be going to the next slide. And the next slide is about the question. So contains the question rather. So I urge each one of you to participate, as we are going to be, like I said it earlier, that we are going to have an interactive lecture. I don't want to be the only one talking. I want everyone to participate, because I believe being able to talk about the illness individually, we build our confidence to champion awareness wherever we go to even break the stigma. And we help us to understand mental health and the attention it's really deserved. So if you have answers or an answer to the question, please kindly let me see your hands up. You can raise your hands if you have an answer. You can see the questions. We have the questions on the screen. Yeah. So why is mental health significant in our lives? Okay. You can also write, you can use the chat box also if you don't want to talk. I'm having a look. Are we there? Is everybody there? I love to hear voices just to be sure that I'm not here alone. Yeah,
Yes.
me. All right, thank you.
Yes, we are there.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, Mr. Soji, thank you very much. I'll be like, the questions again, ma'am. The question is on the screen. You can see
It's no
the
longer on the
question.
screen.
Sorry? Can you see the screen, please? I just want to be sure that everyone can see.
Stephen and Daramola is raising up their hands.
Ah, okay.
Stephen.
Okay. Okay. Debbie, can you do that for me, because I have to be on the screen. I mean the slides. So you can just take their names, take the question for me. Thank you. That will make it much. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you very much.
So we have Abiola and Stephen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have the floor?
Yes, you do. Yes.
Okay. If I'm correct, the first question is saying, why is mental health significant in our life?
Yes, please.
All right. If I will look at it, I will say that there are several reasons. One is well-being and quality of life. It also has a way it also joins to the physical health itself. So mental health does not just stay itself, but in one way or the other, from the physical physical look, one can also sense that there's an imbalance in the mental health. So it has something to do also. in summary, so I have to give other people the floor. It influences virtually every aspect of our life: personal well-being, relationship, societal, economic. So recognizing the importance of mental health is essential for individual and the society at large. That's my submission.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you very much. That's so amazing. We love that. So the next person, please, you have the floor.
We have Abiola
Stephen.
and Olusoji. Olusoji's hands up. Olusoji, you have the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm trying to provide answer to the second question, which I already put on the um,
Oh, okay. On
message.
the chat
So,
box. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Feeling sad or down, confused, thinking or reduced ability to concentrate. Yeah. Extreme mood changes of high lows, withdrawal from friends and activities, significant tired. Yeah. That's the second. What are some signs of poor mental health? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I'm sure you've all gone through your handouts, which is amazing. Wow. Hey. Yeah. Mental health is important because it helps us to know when we are going overboard with our day-to-day activities and how it affects us. And we also relate with other people. Amazing. Gloomy look, current speech. Yeah. Loss of appetite, insomnia, fear, feeling. Yeah. Oh, thank you, everyone. This is amazing. Wow. This is so good. Having brilliant students. Oh,
Grace hands is up. Grace hands is up.
okay,
Grace.
Grace, please go on. I'm just going through the
Okay.
chats. Yeah. Ah,
Good evening, all.
good evening. Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening.
So, my answer is to number one. And
Okay.
I'm saying that mental health is important because when we have an understanding, we can quickly shift into early intervention based on our understanding. And early intervention is quite important because it actually forestalls a lot of devastating effects that could take place if left for a long time. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. That's amazing. Everyone is doing really great. I'm so proud of everyone. We're not just here for fun, we're getting something. So, do we have more answers? I can see amazing answers. Adewale Adetuji, Akinomi Alaskomi, Eddie Donkey Kong. Wow.
sorry, ma.
All right, sir.
I'm sorry,
Please.
ma. Please, can you help us project the question again so that we can see the other ones, ma?
Okay.
Thank you, ma.
Can you see it now? Maybe I have to take off
See
my
now.
camera.
Okay, ma.
All right.
We have someone from the chat. We have Adejoke said mental health is important because it helps us to handle situation easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Mental health is very significant to the overall well-being of an individual. True. Mental health
Now,
is
could you please just project the question? Someone is saying that
sorry.
there's a question.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I have to take off the camera. All right. Okay. Can you see the questions now?
Yeah, now we have Buki Ayola, hands raised. Buki Ayola, your hand is raised. You have the floor.
Mental health is important because it helps us to relate to people around us, even in a society.
Mm.
If our mental health is not well stable, we won't be able to relate well to our people.
Okay, that's amazing. So thank you very much, everyone. And then you're all doing great, to be honest. Because the first question, why is mental health significant in our lives? And my answer is that mental health is significant because it affects how we think, feel, and behave. It also influences our overall well-being, relationship, productivity, and ability to cope with challenges. So good mental health enables us to lead fulfilling lives and contribute positively to society, which was what everybody already said. So I don't think I need to provide more answers. Or do you want my answers to the questions? Because you've all got it right. You got all the questions right. So should we just proceed, or you want me to provide answers to those questions in my own words? What do you think, everyone?
Please provide the answer. You can
Okay,
still
I should
provide your
provide
own.
it.
Yeah, yeah, your
Okay.
own.
Okay. So it's like, what are some common signs of poor mental health? Um, Common signs of poor mental health include persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness, changes in appetite or sleep patterns, difficulty concentrating, withdrawing from social activities, increased irritability or anger, and unexplained physical symptoms like, headache and stomach ache. And the third questions: how can we promote mental? How can we promote and maintain good mental health? So my answer is there are several ways to promote and maintain good mental health. These include practicing self-care through activities like exercises, getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, engaging in hobbies, seeking support from loved ones, managing stress effectively, and seeking professional help when needed. And the fourth question is, what is the role of stigma in mental health? And my answer: stigma creates negative attitudes, beliefs, and stereotypes surrounding mental health conditions. It can lead to discrimination, social isolation, and prevent individual from seeking help. But by addressing and reducing stigma, we can create a more supportive and inclusive environment for those experiencing mental health challenges. And then the last questions: why is it important to seek professional help for mental health concerns? And my answer: seeking professional help is important because mental health professionals have the expertise to diagnose and provide appropriate treatments for mental health conditions. They can offer therapies, um, medications, and supports tailored to an individual specific needs, helping them to manage their symptoms, improve well-being, and navigate challenges. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm sure you can now see that it's not even different from all of your answers. So thank you. That shows we're really paying attention. So let's go to the next slide. So this next slide is can you see the question? What is your status? So this is the continuum of mental health. You can see the healthy one, you can see responding or reacting. This is the response. And you can see those ones that are injured, those ones that have the critical mental illness, they are fully injured. And the ones that are so healed, that are completely healed of mental illness. So now I want each and every one of us, to have a look and see. Oh, sorry. So you have a look and then take your pen and in your notebook, or if you want to write out something on the chat box, you can just write out, look at this. What do you think about yourself? What do you think about those around you? Check the mental health continuum glossary and have a look at it and see which one of it, where do you fall? Is it the red, orange, the green, or the light green? Where precisely do you fall in? Are you physically and socially active? You're not using substance to cope with stress or any form of challenges? Are you so much in control mentally of every situations in your life? Are you so calm and take things on in strides? Or are you beginning to get so irritable, nervous? Are you sad? Do you have trouble sleeping? You can see 5 or more than, according to the statistics instruments for measuring the category of where people fall into in when they're dealing with mental illness. Is it continuum, or is it people that are completely healed, injured, and all that? If you have a look at it with the statistics
Someone
instruments,
said, sorry, ma. Someone said, I can't see the display screen very well. Yes, is it possible that you would make it bigger or something?
oh, I don't know. Can I make it
Maybe
bigger?
maximize it. This is maximized.
Let me see. I'm not. I'm not so
Is it
good.
on PowerPoint? Can you do slide? Is it on PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Let's just play the slideshow. Try play it so that it will. We will not be seeing the barricade. We will not be seeing this barricade. We'll just be seeing the screen itself. Hello, ma, can you hear us? Hello, ma, can you hear me? I think she's gone. Can you hear me? I think she's having network glitches. Let's hold on.
Oh, can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, you went for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And I can still see everyone. That's really surprising. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Please. You know what? I'm just going to send this over. Then you can have a look
Okay.
at it later, because I really don't know what to do about it. I don't want to scatter things. I'm not the IT person, just managing. Sorry.
Fine. It's fine. You can go on, ma.
So let's move to the next slide. Uh, I'm sorry. I think I mistakenly omitted this from your handout, but I can always send it together with the mental health continuum. This is the factors influencing mental health, but I'm just going to try and explain. So if you please lend me your ears so that you can just have some, take some notes why I go through this. So now that we are all aware of what mental health and mental illness is, I want us to discuss a concept that lies at the heart of mental health, which is um, the factors, the factors that influence mental health, because the mental health continuum that we just discussed now, I'm going to send a short note on it to you. And the reason is because this is very important. And what makes this very important, sorry, I'm just going back against that one, is because the mental health continuum is so significant that it helps us to understand where we fall into, and then how we can move away from black and white understanding of mental health, and we can also acknowledge the complexity and nuances that come with mental health conditions. And then when we see anyone dealing with it, we can quickly detect that, okay, this is where this person belongs to. This person can still get intervention, and this person can still be okay. Okay, this person can still manage with therapy, or with medication and all that. So now, mental health, we all know that it's an integral aspect of our overall well-being, and I'm very, very glad that we are aware that it influences it is influenced by so many things, and then some characteristics that we need to look out to. So now I want everyone to recognize that mental health is not solely determined by an individual characteristics or personal traits based on what we've just learned about the continuum now. Is influenced by a complex interplay of various factors, including, as you can see on the board, the biological, psychological, and then social elements. So let's take the biological factors, because that play a significant role in shaping our mental health. Our genetic makeup, for example, can predispose us to certain mental health conditions, which is one of the things a lot of people do not really understand, that it exists in the gene sometimes. Because if you look at conditions such as depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, those ones are often a genetic component. Many people do not understand that. And then the imbalance in brain chemistry and hormone fluctuation can also contribute to mental health challenges. And talk about the psychological also, which also have a profound impact on our mental well-being. Sorry, let me just, because my throat is dry, so sorry. So our thoughts, belief, and attitude can shape the way we perceive and interpret the world around us. Now we're talking about the psychological, which is also very related to, the brain chemistry, because this is about our personality, about who we are as a person, what, everything, how we've been shaped by the society, how the family, the upbringing, the kind of upbringing we've had in the family, and then all these together, they can influence and shape our attitude, and then the way we see the world, the way we interpret the world around us. So, and for some people that have negative thought patterns, that have low self-esteem and use unhealthy coping mechanism, they can also these ones are very, very close to development or exacerbation of mental health issues. And then on the other hand, those people who have these positive thinking, they are so resilient, they have effective stress management strategies that promote and protect their well-being. These ones are likely, not able to develop mental illness, which is the reason why you've always heard a lot of people saying, oh, surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with, people that makes you happy, because those are the things that shape you as an individual. So, and also the social factors can also influence our mental health. Our social connections and support system can have a profound impact on our emotional well-being. So for many of us that have a strong relationship, we have a sense of belonging, we have a very supportive community. Trust me, these can act as a protective factors, buffering against the negative effects of stress and adversity. For instance, you have a husband who care, or a wife who is so caring that, oh, you're back from work, oh, honey, you are back, how are you okay, and all that, and you coming back from work, maybe you've encountered or experienced something very negative that impacted on your mental well-being, but you come back home and you find a spouse that is very supportive. And of course, this will release you, is some kind of, coping mechanism for you. And then before you even go out of your house the next day, you'll be very okay. At least you've taken all that out already. And that is why they say social impacts play a significant role and then on our mental well-being. So And conversely, social isolation, discrimination, and lack of social support can increase the risk of mental health problems for some people, for many people, honestly. And take, for instance, this our social media. Yesterday, I was trying to write an article about how people, because, somebody who you never know what that person is dealing with. You don't even know if the person is okay, and you just see that person, someone of their courage to come out, and then you've been trying to reach out to that person for a while, and suddenly the person didn't reply back to your message. You don't even know what that person is going through, and the next thing is going to social media and go and be, tarnishing the person's image. You look at that. That is still part of the social influence, and now that can impact on our mental well-being, which is the reason why we need to be very selective of the people we mingle with. We need to be very selective of, the kind of news or the kind of social media platform we want to access. I know of talking about the social because it's one of the major contributing factors. I know that there are so many, some women, Nigerian women on social media, dishing out and all kind of words against people, trying to tarnish people's image. Those can influence. What we do not realize is that everything we're doing on social media practically influence on other people's mental well-being. It could be negatively or positively. And then, moreover, societal factors such as the socio-economic status. I've heard someone talked about it when I asked the question before. I think someone talked about the socio-economic status, and one of these is the access to healthcare and educational opportunity, which play a critical role in mental health outcome. But unfortunately, look at the inequalities and disparities in Nigeria. And these areas then can contribute to increased stress. Look at, I have so many of my friends, my family in Nigeria, and every time when I reach out to them, they just keep complaining, oh, the economy is not good. I have someone, a friend bringing some things from Nigeria, and, things you will literally get, I think, one naira or 20 naira, and is now, increased like 4 times 4 increase to maybe like 200 naira, and then it's not giving us the opportunity to grow. So it is crucial that we address these systemic factors to ensure that mental health support is accessible, inclusive, people have access to basic needs, and also the environmental factors in Nigeria, which is the condition and exposures to trauma, violence. All these can greatly impact our mental well-being. But in other way, living in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment can, is essential. Is so essential for fostering good mental health. Advanced childhood experiences. I know many of us, we've experienced this when we're kids. Is it from parents that are not even aware of how they need to treat us? Is it from family, friends all around? And then such abuse or neglect can have a long-lasting effect on our mental well-being in adulthood. Yes, in adulthood it can. Our experiences when we are kids, when we are children, when we are baby, of course we definitely have a long-lasting effect in our adulthood. So creating environments that promote safety, stability, and growth is very, very vital for protecting and nurturing our mental well-being. So, and again, factors that influence mental health, they are interconnected. They are so interconnected. Take, for instance, the biological, the psychological, the social, societal, and then the environmental factors all contribute to our mental well-being. But again, it is only by recognizing and addressing this influence that we can create a society that truly supports and uplifts the mental health of all its members. So I don't know if I really make sense talking about all these factors: the biological, the environmental, the social factors, which is about relationship and the social support we get from those around us, and our lifestyles. How do you eat? What do you feed on? It doesn't necessarily have to be, something that is, expensive food, but how healthy do you eat? So now I want every one of us to participate. I don't want us to be bored. So I'm going to be going to the next question. You can have a look at the screen. I'm sure you can see the screen. So we'll go again. Debbie, I'm sure you have to help me again, because if I go out of this screen, I'm definitely going to miss out. So you have to
Okay,
go
ma'am.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want the screen to be on. If I go out,
your screen is not on now.
yeah, okay, because I moved back to the meeting. Okay, now, so these are the questions. We have the questions. The first one is, what are some biological factors that can influence mental health? And then, how do psychological factors impact mental health? What role do social factors play in mental health? How do society factors influence mental health outcomes? So, and I also want people to give examples of environmental factors that influence mental health. So let's go, everyone. Thank you. Debbie, you can read
I'm
out
with you.
you can read out the
I'm
chat.
with you. I've not seen any.
All right.
I'm waiting.
Oh, yeah, somebody said genetic, hereditary factors, socioeconomic factors. Yeah, peer influences, yes. Sure. It's part of the
Now we have
social.
Stevens. We have Stevens and raised.
All right.
Steven, you have the floor.
All right. Like somebody has just said, let me just probably mention same as one. Genetic. I'm attempting question number one. Brain structures, hormonal changes also could play a factor on it. And something we also call neurodevelopmental factors. The neurodevelopment factors are
Yeah. That's
yes, they occur normal brain development, which could be prenatal or early child stage. I'm sure we have seen one or two cases of autism. That's just an example. Physical health condition is also a biological factor. Then some of it, the substance, the use of substance could also play a vital role in biological factors. Sleep pattern also, the way you rest, continuous or over time insomnia could also play a factor there. Traumatic brain, which could of course, head injury that could lead to changes in the brain function could also be a factor. Thank you. That's my submission.
Oh, thank you very much. Debbie.
So in the chat we have Kende Amuda. She said biological factors such as congenital abnormalities can affect one's mental health. But they said environmental factors such as air pollution, as unwanted noise can stimulate mental disturbances. Edidion, genetic abnormalities, hormone imbalance, and chemical combinations of the brain. Rachel Boniface said environmental factors that can influence mental health. We have excessive workload, job insecurity, and conflict with co-workers. noise pollution,
Yeah.
social isolation, and discrimination.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm. So I like to say that autism is not considered a mental health condition. It is neurodevelopmental disorder. Mhm.
We have Abiola. Abiola, your hand is up. You have the floor, please.
Thank you, Abiola.
Yes.
That's still
All right, ma'am. I want to talk about the societal factor that affect mental health. All right. Can you hear me?
yes, please.
All right,
Yes, we
ma'am.
can.
Stigma and discrimination. That is whereby one faces gender discrimination, sexual orientation, and
Mm.
other forms of discrimination. Also, another factor that can affect mental health that is related to societal factor is the economic factor, whereby disparity within a society and hardship, just like the current one we're facing in Nigeria presently, it affects a lot
Mm.
of mental health. So it tells a lot on the mental health, the economic factor, and also the educational system as well, whereby there is bullying in the education system, whereby in a secondary school for a learner, he or she is being bullied in school, and foul words are being used against such learner in school. So it will affect the mental health of such a learner. And lastly, for the societal factor, I will talk about family structure. So the family structure also affects, whereby if there are large number of family members and they find it so difficult to feed, and there is no support from any family member for a particular person in the family, so it can tell a lot on the mental health. That is my submission for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Do we still have people? I can still see the comment section is great. Oh, this is amazing. It shows that everyone involves here. Oh, Debbie.
Your speaker is echoing, ma.
Yeah, I think
We have to work with.
please can you mute yourself if you want me to proceed? If you are not muted, I can't proceed because we keep echoing.
I think
Mr.
your side, you have two
No,
of
no, no, I
your
did not.
devices. I think
Okay,
it's better now.
Debbie.
It's
No,
better
I
now.
think it's because people unmuted themselves. That's why it
It's
will
better
keep.
now.
Yeah, I have just one horn, Debbie. Trust me.
So, ma, you have about 3 minutes to round up, ma.
Yeah, we're rounding up. We just want to take the next one. Then tomorrow we'll proceed from. Let's just take the last one, the common mental health disorder, or should we just leave this to tomorrow? It depends on every one of us. Should we vote or what should we do? Debbie, should we proceed, everyone, or we should just leave this for tomorrow?
Please, if you want us to still move on, let's see your hands raised.
Let's have a vote.
Or you say that in the comment section.
Yeah.
So, okay, Bisaya said, let's move on. Who's going
Okay,
with
we can
Bisaya
just
on
have
that?
yeah.
So,
So
okay, I think we have people saying we should move on.
okay, so after this we can just round up with
Yeah.
today's class. As you
Yeah,
can
thank
see,
you, everybody.
thank you everyone. I don't think I need to go through the answers again because you've answered all the questions honestly, and I must say that we have so many brilliant people here. I really appreciate this. So now let's talk about common mental health conditions or disorder. So and common mental health refers to the mental health issues that affect a significant portion of the population. such as anxiety and depression. I think anxiety and depression are the most common one. So I wouldn't want to go through all of their conditions because we have everything. We already have everything listed out in the handouts. So I will just talk about anxiety and depression and just a few if I can. I'll just round up quickly. So, and this is a topic that deserves our attention and collective effort to address it effectively. I'm sure you will agree with me. We have so many brilliant people here. However, while we recognize the significance of severe mental health conditions, we must not overlook the impact of common mental health challenges that affect millions of people worldwide. So many mental health conditions that the statistics instruments that they use to mention these mental health conditions. They have so many mental health conditions listed. Oh my God, you don't want to see, but let's talk about anxiety and depression, which can affect individual of all ages. As I said earlier, the backgrounds, it doesn't matter your background, your walks of life, and the condition of the consequences of these conditions extend beyond individual, reaching families and then the workplace and community. They don't just impair personal relationship for many of our children, even for adults that are still learning. It's in their academic and professional growth, believe me, and then diminish overall quality of life. Several factors, we've talked about some of the factors, and of course, several factors contribute to the prevalence of common mental health challenges. Um, Look at this, our generation, the fast-paced, high-stress nature of this modern life, coupled with societal pressure that some of you just mentioned, and then expectations. Oh my God, the societal expectation is too much. And these are the things that create a breeding ground for anxiety and stress-related disorder. Well, it's okay to be anxious because for a student that is preparing for their exams, if they are anxious, this is what will really prompt them to want to have a personal academic attention to prepare themselves for their upcoming exams. But when something, let's take for instance, between 100%, when it's still between 40, 30, 40, it's still okay. It shows that you're really paying attention. But when it's going beyond 50 to 60, then something is wrong. That is where the mental health continuum comes in. And then the constant connectivity and information overload brought about by the technology, oh my God, can also take a toll on mental well-being. You can imagine a lot of people are stressed today. The recent research just reported it that social media is creating more harm than good. And I don't know if there's anybody here that will agree with me. Do you agree with me? Do you agree? Just say yes if you agree that this technology and then the social media is bringing more harms or doing more harms to us than good. Say yes if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, say no.
Yes,
I
Yes,
ma.
want to
Yes,
see.
ma.
yes, I agree.
And why?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you agree with me? What do you think?
No.
It takes its toll on our mental health
Hmm,
because we spend more time on the social media while there are so many important things that are equally waiting for our attention. And yet we still need to go back to those things.
you can imagine. Yes, so true. And so many things. Imagine the recent issue that happens. What's this young man that died? This young musician. What's his name? Mobad.
Bad,
But
Mobad.
You don't want to,
I
yeah,
wanted to say the same.
yeah. You don't want to imagine the negative effects of that incident on so many young people. And then the news, imagine the COVID also, checking online, seeing all sorts of things, seeing people dying and all that. Of course, it's providing information and it gives us information on how we can care for ourselves during that period. But at the same time, a lot of people are stressed when they go through the news, seeing what is happening. And take, for instance, some people hide behind and they are always using anonymous what's it called, anonymous platforms, I mean, to insult people, to to make people feel bad about themselves. And this is causing a lot of harm that a lot of us do not even understand. And for some of us, look at our children now, the game, talking about technology now. A lot of our children, they really want to pay more attention to games. I've seen that severally. If you are parents here, or you're a parent, of course you will know that many of our children, that so many of their work is online. But unfortunately, you see them when they are having they're studying, but before you know it, they have to switch to something else. And sometimes we've seen so many games here in the UK. We've received so many informations whereby the school we send us emails. They will send us emails telling us that this is happening. The children online, the children are watching social program, and they ask them to go and kill themselves. Imagine that. And a lot of young people kill themselves because they so much believe in that. So that is the stress, the anxiety that this modern world is bringing out to each and every one of us. And then, like I said earlier, I really do not want to take much of our time because I've given the detailed explanation and our time is far. Oh my God, yeah, we have to round up now. So I think we'll talk more about the common mental health conditions, but let's just make it more interactive too. Let's ask, you can see the questions. Let's see if we can all answer this question, and I can also provide answer to the question because I think we have to go now. Our time is far reaching. So can you see the screen? Can you
Yes,
see
we
the
can.
screen? These are some of
Yes, we
the,
can.
so you have your handouts. I also have my handouts here. So let's have a look together, the common mental health conditions that we have. So let's talk about them, like the anxiety disorder, depressive disorder, and everything. We have the detail on the handout. So what are some common symptoms of anxiety disorder? I'm sure we've mentioned some before with the environmental influences, yeah, and even the physical illness. Yeah, social cyberbullying. Yeah, that's what we've just talked about. That's the social. So what are some symptoms? You see a lot of people forgetting, and you should always observe all the symptoms. Okay, it's someone just right now.
Okay, we
Debbie,
have
be on the
Odun and your Odun Tola's hand raised.
Yeah, good
Odun,
evening.
you have the floor.
Yeah,
Good
some of
evening.
the symptoms are withdrawal from daily activities or anything that you are supposed to do at a particular time. You end up not doing it. So those are symptoms.
All right. Thank you very much. Can I ask another question? Is there anybody here that has experienced anxiety symptoms, or you see anyone around you with anxiety symptoms, maybe like excessive worrying, restlessness, irritability, difficulty concentrating, muscle tension, which is one of the physical symptoms, and panic attack? I'm sure you're all aware of that. Panic attack is when someone can't breathe down, can't breathe up. You can see if I watch one of Mobile's video, and I saw a particular place whereby he was talking, and at the point he forgot what he was supposed to say. And this is because the pressure was too much on him. The pressure he encountered from those people bullying him was too much, and the fear was, he was always going out with the fear in his mind that, oh, I can easily come across these people. What's going to happen to me? Who is going to rescue me? And that is, that is difficulty. He has difficulty in concentrating in daily activities. He couldn't do things right. And it was right there. He couldn't talk. He literally forgot everything he wanted to say. So I don't know if you've seen anyone
Garnet,
around you.
Garnet, Lucia said, I am always anxious. I don't like things wrong, maybe things going wrong. So I worry a lot.
It's okay. It's really okay. I'm sure every one of us, because I'm that person too, very close to perfection. And I want everything to go right. That even when I criticize myself too, sometimes like, oh, do I really do this right? So that is some kind of self-reflection, You are anxious, you are reflection, but is it really affecting your daily activities? Is it preventing you from handling things, to reach sources? And that's when critical anxiety comes in. That is when it becomes a disorder, when you can't even focus anymore, when you are so, so scared of everything happening in your environment. I remember when we just relocated from Spain to the UK. So there is this, I think it's a knife crime I think is something is so prevalent in the UK among young people. And of course, you can imagine somebody like me who have young boys. I had teenage boys then, 7 years ago. I had teenage boys, and someone told me that, oh, you don't want to imagine. The kids can just be walking on the streets, and then, someone will just come from nowhere and just stab them and all that. And I became really scared. Do you understand? And at the point, I was so scared that most of the time I want to, I was so overprotective of my children. That's no, you're going everywhere. I'm driving you. You are going there. But at the point, after living here for a while, I realized that it's not something that is so prevalent. And it also depends on the group of people you mingle with. So instead of me, dying of that and anxiety, I had to look for another way, to prevent my kids from being part of, gangs. They call them gangs or other. And I developed for myself a coping mechanism, which is speaking to them about it. And most of the time, I do show them videos of those children, how the parents are affected, how the family are affected, how the community is affected, and how even the children themselves, how they lose their life or lost their life at tender age. And that's, for me, took away the fear, because I believe the children are becoming aware. They know where they need to mingle. They know the kind of people they need to mingle with. And at a point, I became so selective of the friends. I had to look into their friends. Okay, can I know your parents? I can, so it's different. We get anxious. It's normal. It's something that is normal for every one of us, maybe about things happening that we really do not want to be part of it. Take, for instance, the Nigeria now. I'm sure Debbie can testify to this. I said, oh, I'm so scared coming to Nigeria right now. I'm so scared. And this is because of, things we've heard, things we're seeing. And the thing is, it depends on the environment. So that is just normal. I'm just giving an example, and the reason why I'm giving my own experience is because I want everyone to open up, to share their experiences. Have you encountered that? Have you, do you feel irritated? Do you feel depressed? Do you, do you have persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and loss of interest or pleasure in activities that you've always enjoyed? You feel like oh, I used to enjoy this activity, and at the point you don't really enjoy it anymore. You don't want to be part of it. So it's
Sandra Mafala said, I had most of the symptoms
are we
sometimes last year.
I was depressed. Oh, that's Sandra. Okay. But Sandra, please, I need you to give your contact to Debbie. Debbie, please get Sandra's contact. All right, that's fine. I'm always anxious. It's okay to be anxious because it helps us concentrate. It helps us prepare ourselves. I always want to get work done before deadline, which makes me restless at times. That is a good one. That's still a positive one because for me, uh, unlike normal, depressive disorder, in as much as it's not impacting on your daily functioning. Mhm. And then if it doesn't last for a period of time, or you have some physical symptoms such as changes in appetite, you're unable to sleep. I don't know if you don't have that. I think you're still okay. I'll send the continuum and then we can have a look at where we belong to the status. Okay, there is positive and negative mental health. Of course, I'm not saying not positive. Of course, we have mental health, we have mental illness, definitely. Mental health is when you can function very well, and mental illness is the disorder when you begin to have it begin to affect your daily activities, your performances, your concentration, how you handle things, how you handle relationship, affecting your development. That is when it becomes mental illness. But the thing is, we're talking about being anxious now. Every one of us is normal. Everyone here can testify that we've at a point in our life we've all been anxious over something, over one thing or the other, and we're still anxious. Because for me, right now, as I'm sitting down here, I'm so anxious too because I'm thinking that, oh, okay, going out with the kids, going to cook, and I'm already preparing myself, which is the reason why I'm, getting everything done so quickly, so that we can round up and everyone can leave, which is just normal. But when that, begin to interfere with our daily activities and our performance, then I think um, we need to see a psychologist or mental health professionals to help us. So, what about in terms of bipolar disorder? Do we have anyone who has bipolar disorder? I'm sure you all have the symptoms of you have everything in detail there. You know, extreme mood swing ranging from period of elevated mood, maybe they have mania or hypomania to episode of depression, and it affects this mood swing. I think it affects the energy level. It also affects the sleep pattern, like every other mental disorders. It affects our thinking and behavior. So, do you think you have any symptoms? The reason why I want us to perform this exercise is simply because a lot of people will get so ashamed to share our experiences. And sometimes, if we share our experiences, it could be that we don't really have the illness, but maybe we need management techniques to help us because we might be in the middle. And if we don't have someone to support us, if we don't speak out, and the person a professional who we have a look at the symptoms and see that, okay, you are okay, you are just in the light green, you are definitely not on the red side. But if care is not taken, you are definitely moving to the red. Yeah, I mean to the orange, and from orange it goes to the red, which is the reason why I'm saying, okay, that is true, most especially when you have so many challenging tasks. Yes, yeah, true. We all get anxious. Oh, the audio is not so audible or true. Why is that? Can you still hear me anyways? Or I'm
Maybe it's the
just
person's
talking.
network.
Okay. Oh,
It could be the person's
perfect.
network.
Thank you, Deb. Perfect. That's perfect. Thank you. So I think this is where we have to draw the curtain for today, and we proceed tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm just gonna ensure that we won't take more than 1 hour tomorrow, so that we can all spend some time with our family. But please, everyone, I will want your feedback to be able to improve myself, and then pass the message across to all our facilitators as well. If you have any feedback, either good or bad, whatever you have to say about the lecture we've had so far, everything, we want you to visit our website. We want you to visit our social media platform. And then if need be, you can also, on my personal social media, and there's also, you can also, you can also pass your comment across to us. We will work on everything, that needs to be improved accordingly. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been an amazing interactive section, and I hope you will all be present here tomorrow again.
Thank you, ma. We appreciate you, ma.
Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you. We have so many brilliant people here.
Thank you so
Everyone,
much, Mary.
thank you. Thank you. Your contribution has been so amazing. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So I hope everyone will be here
Thank you so
tomorrow,
much, ma.
What
exact
time
time.
tomorrow, ma?
The same time. The same time, please.
3 p.m. So
Yes.
we'll join before 3 p.m. so that we can have everybody in class before she comes, so that we don't have this delay we have today. So
Okay.
that whatever technical
Okay, ma.
difficulties
Okay,
or
ma.
network issues we are facing, we would have sorted it out before she comes in, and then we can have our 1 hour on the dot. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
All right, ma.
Thank you very much, everyone.
participating
Thank
in
you
that.
for your time. I
Are
look
we still
forward to
using the
tomorrow.
same link?
Oh,
It will be communicated on the group.
definitely. Debbie, we're still using the same link, right?
Now it will be communicated on the group.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
Yeah, the same time, please. Thank you so much, Lucia Wunze, Eddington Ekong. Thank you. Thank you,
All
everyone,
right.
so much. Bye. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye-bye.
Regards to
Yeah.
your
Are
family,
you
and don't forget,
too, ma?
your
Are you too,
mental
ma?
health is paramount. Take care of your mental well-being. It is paramount. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed this section. Thank you. Please don't
Bye,
forget
bye,
to
ma.
give your
Thank you, ma.
feedback on our social media platform. We want to see how we're doing so that we can improve accordingly. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay, this is where we question common mental health problem. So we begin from science tomorrow. All right. Debbie, I hope I'm free to leave. Honorable Debbie, can I leave?